has an opportunity to get as high as second in the standings. Take a look at the Purdue lineup. Again, Eva Hudson leads the Big Ten in kills per set, and certainly continuing to develop. Allie Hornung has been on a tear defensively of late in that libero spot for Purdue. And for Penn State, again, Jess Merzick been top 3 in kills per set all season long, but Maggie Mendelson doing some good things in the middle, emerging as a threat for Penn State.
Yeah, and I also really love what I'm seeing from Tremmel in the middle. She's been outstanding in her offensive numbers.
So ready to get after it here. We mentioned Purdue did a rare thing. That's win in this building. Boilermakers swept the Nittany Lions in 2 matchups last year, but a 3-0 sweep for Penn State in West Lafayette this year, and we'll see how the Boilermakers respond. Dave Shondell said the worst performance of our season. They were able to change some things up afterwards, and we'll see how things go the second time around against the Nittany Lions right away. The player you talked about, Taylor Trammell, getting after it.
Yeah, we see it a lot from Penn State. When that pass is in system, Tremmel is absolutely lethal. She's currently hitting .460 on the season. She's going to get a lot of balls tonight if they're able to pass the ball to the setter.
Dave Shondell certainly worried about that serve from Jillian Grimes. Libero for Penn State is the Stark freshman setter who has been phenomenal this year for Penn State, working it to the outside. Hudson off hands and down. The junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, one of 2 ABCA national semifinalists for National Player of the Year, along with Jess Merzick playing in this game.
Yeah, Hudson is so good at just hitting high off the blocker's hands. You see it in that very first swing of the night from her. She's going to be a name that we call a lot this evening.
Dave Shondell talking about tough serving for his team. That's a nifty start there to get things going for the Boilermakers.
Yeah, the only way that Purdue is going to keep this offensive team of Penn State off balance is by serving tough balls just like that. So Dave Shondell pleased with that serve from his libero, Hornung.
And her 9th ace of the season, senior from New Albany, Indiana. Better handle this time from Penn State in the back. Merzick denied. Dump there from Taylor Anderson, sophomore setter for the Boilermakers. Working it on the backside there for Raven Colvin, who has an awkward little fall as she missed down the line, but able to get up and get back ready to play.
Yeah, definitely don't want Colvin out for this one. She is an outstanding middle blocker, over 600 career blocks, so we're going to see her do some damage and get points for her team on that front row with her blocking.
Eva Faldudo, excellent freshman in a DS roll, overpass there, and cream to the deck for Raven Colvin. Dave Shondell, 22nd season at Purdue, program's all-time win leader, closing in on 500, 2-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. And with his group right now, again, they've won 6 in a row, Audra, but all games they probably were expected to win. Can they get a big road win against a top 5 team to even better their resume for the upcoming NCAA tournament?
Yeah, without a doubt. This is a huge one for Purdue, Dave Shondell and his Boilermaker team. And right now they're off to a really good start, being aggressive from the service line and just grinding it out. I love to see this team come together here at the tail end of the season.
So Lizzie Carr up front, Pennsylvania native, hoping to have a big night. Westchester down near the Philadelphia area. Penn State going to run it to the outside. Maggie Mendelson getting things done.
Here you see Mendelson going off 1 foot and just swinging hard and just not avoiding the block, hitting the block, and using the fact that the hands were not moved into the center of the court, but rather facing outside, wiping it off.
Now the block leader on the season for the Nittany Lions, averaging about 2 kills per set. Most Penn State to within 1. Merzick with the serve. And now up the gut. There's Lizzie Carr, again 6 feet 6 inches tall, and adds a different dynamic here for this Boilermaker team.
Absolutely, different dimension. Here you see her going up, and she's a right side attacker in that serve receive pattern. She's going to hit a quick out of the middle and does it very efficiently there.
Talk about her and a fun story of how she got to West Lafayette from the Keystone State coming up. Cameron Hanna doing what she does, terminate for the Nittany Lions, able to come off the block and get things rolling for Penn State.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Hannah's ability to, move that ball around a little bit. Good hand-to-ball contact, and she was all power last year. This year, we're seeing a few more finesse shots like that one down the line.
Watch Quinn Menger serving. She's got 7 aces across the last 2 matches and keeps it rolling.
It's impressive whenever you can serve the ball and it lands in the last inch of that end line. Boy, that's impressive. She goes for it, and there you see what a great replay there, right on that line. Perfect serve.
Had 4 in the win against Illinois, 3 more against the Terps, and wanted her first crack here. And now better handle there from the Boilermakers receive-wise, and right up the gut. Raven Colvin just detonates off the block.
Yeah, and off the pass of Chloe Chacoin. Chacoin's known for her outside attacking ability, but boy, her passing platform is exceptional. She's in that lineup for 6 rotations. Does a really good job for the Boilermakers.
6-5 here, Purdue at the outset. Colvin cranks it a bit long. And the block leader in the Big Ten can't dial it in. She'll get subbed out here for the moment, even at 6 apiece. And back to Izzy Stark. And joining her older sister Angelina on this Penn State roster this year. Man, what a find. Averaging about 11 assists, top freshman setter, assist-wise in the conference. Beautiful hit there for Hannah going cross-court.
Yeah, what makes it so beautiful is it's high over top of the block into the corner of Purdue's backcourt defense. Hannah just really starting off really well so far tonight.
And you saw Katie Schumacher-Cauley, 3rd season at her alma mater. Again, this team flying high. Their only losses in the non-conference to Pitt, in conference to Wisconsin, 2 top 6 teams, and they've got some terrific wins early in the portion of the year, starting out with those victories at Tennessee, here against Louisville, from 2 sets down against Kentucky, and the big one against Purdue earlier this campaign, the sweep to win in West Lafayette. Chacoin able to go off speed on that little touchdown the line.
That is a great save there by Chacoin to take a ball that was really tight, and she manages to do something so positive with it. Just a nice tip over the block, just kissing that sideline.
Ryan McAleer, the freshman DS, in to serve. Can't dial it in. Second service error here on the Boilermakers, along with the ace, and now back to the big serve of Cameron Hanna. And that one too finds the tape. Hanna checks out. Jocelyn Nathan, sophomore from Wilmington, Delaware, comes in. As you look at Chloe Chacoin, 3rd-team All-America last year for Purdue, and again really starting to find her game after being in a little bit of a funk in a stretch this season. Nice pancake. Beautiful layout from Hornung to keep it alive. Juravicius had the power shot denied last time, goes off speed this time. And now pumped by Hudson, and a tough touch for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, when we talk about the defensive effort that Purdue always shows, it's going to be demonstrated right here. Take a look at Hornung going hard after the ball, a little pancake dig there, and then they're able to transition and get a good swing on that deceptive line shot.
And this Boilermaker team leads the Big Ten in digs per set. Stark. Chacoin from the back, setting up Anderson. Good get from Grimes to take care of that missile from Eva Hudson. Another super dig by Hornung. Penn State trying to get that one-handed set there. Going to be a lift called against Izzy Stark. That's a great description of what you showed a little while ago, trying to beat the grind of the Purdue defense.
Yeah, Purdue just forces you to make plays in return, and they just grind it out and keep the ball alive. And as you see there, Penn State with an error results in that Boilermaker point because of their defensive effort.
And you see that top dig category in the conference. Their receive game is good. Penn State also top 3 in the league in the reception game. Big reason why both of these teams are in the top 8 in the country, their ability to handle the ball. And it's why both coaches talked about we got to serve and take them out of that to be able to have some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, when you have great ball control, you got to try and put pressure on with the serve. And both of these teams right now passing fairly well in the first set.
10-10 here at the outset. Big swing from Chacoin. Penn State scrambling to get it over. Merzick does. Anderson going back set there. And the finish from Lourdes Myers, redshirt senior from Alliance, Ohio, who's developed into a top flight middle.
By the middle blocker is huge for heavy. So if they can get some attack from that right side of the court, it's going to be really hard for Penn State's block to keep track of that.
Jess Merzick relatively quiet, but a thunder swing.
You got to love when you have a left side something aggressive with the ball. Jess Merzick showing why she is a star for this Penn State team.
3-time first team All Big Ten, twice at Michigan, and last year in her first year for the Nittany Lions. How about the high-rising Raven Colvin from Arvin?
She gets up, and the issue is right now for Penn State, are they going to train in a base blocking position and read? We're going to track that here in this match.
Right now, Purdue with the upper hand. Anderson running the middle again. Why not? Colvin feeling it. Goes again, and it's Purdue by a pair.
Going to run a B, a 31, and I love how she makes herself distance from the net to swing through that ball.
4 kills, hitting 600 so far on 5 swings, and now that one going courtesy of Penn State. Boilermakers trying to run the hot hand, but instead a side out here for the Nittany Lions.
Those are the ones you really want to score on. You don't want to give Penn State any easy balls by, blocking that one out of bounds. Just take it and slam it in the court, not out of the court.
Hudson, top of the net, and Izzy Stark, and again, with her size at 6'1", she can be a factor in tight plays.
That great elevation. She was freshman of the week and 3 times Big Ten setter of the week.
She has been elite in a year of terrific freshman setters across the conference.
Yes.
Colvin able to find open space. Stark going back set. Merzick working out of the back row. Grimes with a rare misplay on the first touch. Penn State still got it over. Off speed there, set a little low from Anderson, but works out. Chacoin on the edge, able to find the floor, and Penn State hits the 15-point plateau first. Purdue by 2 here in set 1. About attitude. It's Penn State. They've got toughness, especially here. We need to walk onto this floor and believe, and also not fall into big holes like they've done at times when they haven't played well. I said, you can't fall down 6-0, 7-2, and they're up here by 3. They've come out impressively.
Well, they have, and I think this is a very much improved Purdue team. They're different. We're seeing a lot of sets to the right side from the middle slide attacker, and that's different than what we saw the first time these 2 teams matched up.
Well, Penn State's offense, which has been elite, hitting under low. This junior, 6 feet 5 inches tall from Ogden, Utah, transferring in from Nebraska along with Caroline Juravicius after last season. Anderson going down the middle, and that swing from Carr Long. Again, Quinn Menger, who's been a hot server of late for Penn State, back in. The Lions trying to go on a run with her at the helm. In a potential future lawyer, applied to 16 law schools. So her dream job is to be legal counsel in sports, maybe for a pro team like Pittsburgh Steelers, which I believe she loves. Already accepted to 1 law school, hoping to find some others and make some decisions on her future soon. Right now, the decision for Penn State, keep pounding the Purdue block and hope one goes out, and it did.
It takes a lot of courage when and you're going to see great coverage by Penn State, and then again that courage from Cameron Ham. Great left side attack.
4 kill. Menger thumps that one long. So Purdue retakes the lead. Side out. Julia Kane will come in. Speaking of hot servers, she's been excellent as you look at the numbers for Hannah, and that hitting percentage increase from last year, the kills percent too. Kane comes in though, can't find the range, and she'll check right out. Colvin coming out, and it's Hornung in. It's tough to come off the bench, but that's the role of those serve specialists. Kane look to get another crack later. Izzy Stark now puts one into the air at 17-all. Chicoine able to find her rhythm.
Chicoine again getting a lot of action in service. Such great feet, and she passes the ball, gets all the way outside, uses that block.
3 kills on 5 swings, hitting 600 early on is Chicoine. Good get there from Ryan McAleer, freshman who checked in. Good effort for the Boilermakers, but running out of time and touches. Point Penn State. Good toe-to-toe battle here as expected between 2 teams ranked in the top 8 in the country. 4 of the Big 10 teams reside in the top 8 in the national rankings, 7 of the top 25. The middle, and it looks like we've got a net violation here on Purdue.
And with that, Shondell is going to call a timeout, kind of regroup here a little bit. They're not down by very many, but he can sense that the rhythm is off with his team.
Mini surge for Penn State to jump ahead in the monster part of this set. Coach could have a refreshment and then think about what to chat with his team about coming up. Both of these teams have done the hard work this year and won a lot of high-quality matches to give themselves some good numbers as we start to look ahead to what the selection committee will have in front of them, and that's the tournament resumes as far as RPI still used as a metric in the sport of volleyball. Nebraska #1, Penn State there at 6, Purdue at 21, certainly a win against Penn State high in the RPI, and in the rankings will bump up that 21 number.
Yeah, and again, the Big Ten Conference is just showing just how powerful the teams are from top to bottom. Any one of those teams really could take a very long run into the NCAA tournament. And right now we're trying to figure out who's going to host as a regional host. And, of course, Penn State would love to be in that conversation right now. Need to be in the top 4 in the nation to host.
Yeah, Penn State's thinking about hosting potentially regionals. Purdue would like to secure certainly got
play. And so, as you said, Nebraska is looking really good, but 2 tough matches ahead of them.
Certainly, and for Purdue, this starts a 4-game stretch to end Big Ten Conference play, where the Boilermakers, as Merzick converts out of the timeout down the line, Audra, for Purdue, their last 4 foes, including Penn State tonight, all of them are ranked or receiving votes, and 3 of them are on the road.
Right, yes.
So a challenging, yes, Merzick and company, and this offense heating up. The service error helps the Boilermaker cause, gets the side out. We'll see Chicoine serve. Each team now with a trio of service miscues. Grimes sliding over to make first contact, and Merzick mashes one to the deck.
Let's talk a little bit about Grimes here on that serve-receive pattern. This is the confidence that you want from your bro. Taking that pass, as you said, sliding in front of a potential passer, having that confidence to deliver a great ball, and then Merzick just with a bomb cross court.
See her fist pump afterwards from Grimes, knowing that she's helped set that up from the first contact. Free ball here played over by Penn State for the Boilermakers. Hudson had to stretch for that, and another good Grimes get. Stark running the middle. Mendelson able to find the floor on a tough angle.
Love the way Stark is moving the ball around. I believe we're going to see this here. The last swing. Great back set. A nice quick attack. A little sneaky there. Nice job by Stark.
Penn State trying to get it done, 3 points away from victory in set 1. Set on, you understand why the Nittany Lions have won 17 straight in this building. They can hit the accelerator with their offense and just find some open spots, and they've done that of late.
Absolutely, and I think Stark is setting the middle more, which is really starting to confuse Purdue's block. The middle for Penn State is finding themselves one-on-one, so Stark feeling comfortable setting middle, even when she's not right in the setting pocket. When she's off the net, she's pushing that ball to her middles.
113 here at home this season, the last 4 last year, trying to keep that string going. And Penn State's numbers offensively bumped up under 200 earlier, hitting at 324 now. Part of the reason they've been able to find this lead by 3, make it 4. Merzick with another put away, matching Cam Hanna with 5 kills here in the opening set.
Well, she's doing a great job, and Grimes is just digging nail side of the net. And then this bomb, Merzick doing what she does so well, ripping apart the defense.
Good finish there from Myers. Jocelyn Nathan checking back in with that excellent last dig for Penn State. Boilermakers get a much-needed side out, trying to see if they can salvage this set.
And this is going to be a critical serve. Can they take Penn State out of system right here?
Hornung had an ace early. Good pass to start. Great effort from Nathan to Stark, and Mendelson finishing.
Again, we're seeing more and more middle attacks that are getting points for Penn State. Beautiful pass, as you mentioned, and then Stark forcing middle.
Hudson on the outside. Grimes to Stark, cross court. Merzick goes off speed. Back set for Colvin. Her pushover. Another good get from the back. That time Faldudo saving it. Penn State finishing off an impressive rally here in the opening set.
Beautiful team defense by Penn State. Again, Faldudo with a critical dig, getting that chance to win the set, and they do just that.
Penn State 12-4. The Nittany Lions rising up to strike first tonight. That are valuable in life. Katie Schumacher-Cauley getting pink roses from all the Boilermakers starters before this game. Again, revealed in October. She's been diagnosed with breast cancer. Again, working through chemotherapy treatments right now. Said she's been approaching the battle with strength, determination, and unwavering sense of hope. And just great admiration for all the wonderful notes and gifts and gestures she's gotten here in recent weeks from teams, people she doesn't know. Says it's been overwhelming. But added, the awesome thing is that she loves coming to practice and the games, and able to focus on that during this battle.
Yeah, she has shown such resiliency, and just a class act by Purdue to, give her some flowers. The battle is real, and she's a fighter. She's a tough cookie.
Well, her team kind of capturing that spirit in that opening set. Again, Purdue kind of had a handle. Dave Shondell wanted an attitude from his team. It was there. What changed?
Well, I think the difference was Penn State. Their defensive game just got better and better. Serve receive got better, and their middles were really unstoppable in that first set.
And again, the Nittany Lions able to turn up the wick on the offense. It was under 200 for the first half of that set. They ended up hitting 368 through the Nittany Lions in the opening set.
Yeah, Tremmel, hitting 400, and Mendelson, 4 kills, no errors, hitting 800. So there you go. Hard to stop that.
And again, as Dave Shondell talked about, you don't serve effectively enough. Penn State starts to get the middles going, and again, they do damage there with Mendelson. Wasn't travel necessarily this time, but they find a way to get action going. Do the Nittany Lions.
When you can get the middles involved, it just opens up so much for your outsides. And just take a look at how Stark is just exhibiting confidence, finding where her middles are and setting them in very setter and very good ball control on Penn State's side of the net.
14 aces, 3 digs for Stark. Was going to be tough challenge to get assist number 15 there on a tight ball at the net. That falls to the deck. Point Purdue. And the Boilermakers up 2. Merzick with a cut. Vicious denied. Anderson going back, and Carr comes cross court and thumps it down. And Lizzie Carr from Westchester, Pennsylvania, started to see more.
Not to be able to score when you're one-on-one, and that makers.
Juravicius right into the teeth of Chacoin on the overpass. Penn State an opportunity. And Mendelson creams that one off a Boilermaker defender and out.
You know, Penn State's making this look really easy, setting that back quick. It takes a lot of communication as Mendelson, and then the transition play between setter and middle to execute that play.
The gaudy numbers continue to get better for Mendelson. Colvin trying to push it back corner, and a push too far. Purdue, again, the set win for the Nittany Lions in the opener. Again, rare against Purdue of late. Hudson going cross court. That one goes out of play. Purdue coming in last 11 matches, won 30 of 37 sets. Again, some matches on paper away. It'd be interesting to see the response from the Boilermakers here in set 2. Izzy Stark on the back set to Mendelson. Why not? It's working right now when you call 44's number.
Yeah, Miss Mendelson is having herself quite the night. 16 from all areas along the net. That time of slide, we've seen the A, we've seen the B. So what a valuable asset she has been so far in the first 2 sets.
Her career high 14 kills against Michigan State earlier this year. Right now, rolling there with a half dozen in a little over a set. Penn State continuing to find the right hitter. Hannah there delivering again.
I'm so impressed by Penn State's defense in the backcourt, just really hunkering down. You know, Eva Hudson's just hammering the ball, and they seem to be in the right spot. They know her angles, and they're digging her up right now.
Anderson coming back to try to get that set. Hudson will play it over. Free ball, Nittany Lions. And now Merzick just comes up to play it from the back for Penn State. Stark. And again, a little low. Hannah trying to make an adjustment and shut down.
Well, Stark was trying to make a tricky set. You're going to see that she tried a little deception here. Ended up delivering the ball a little bit low, tight, and inside. So, you know, you don't want to make it recycle that point. And Cameron Hannah wasn't able to do it on that play.
Purdue by 1. Stark, Hannah on the outside. And again, the block there for Purdue. This group, top 12 in the nation, 4th in the Big Ten, 2.8 blocks.
Back for outside hitters that can do this. You get blocked and you just after it to get a point for your team. Cameron Hannah doing a great job getting multiple swings in order to score a point.
Yeah, finding a way against that solid Purdue block. And now Menger, hey, we mentioned she's been on an ace parade of late. How about her second tonight with some help from the tape?
Yeah, it's always on that one there. Hits the tape, trickles over, easy point.
D senior. Carr cranking one cross court, but just a little long.
You know, Carr's not getting great hand-to-ball contact. That ball is actually floating out instead of getting her hand wrapped around the ball to get some top spin on it, and that's why that ball is sailing wide.
Menger trying to continue this run. Nittany Lions by 2. Hudson, another haymaker. Faldudo handled that. Hornung, first contact. And Trammell shows up with a solo stuff.
Out of system play for Purdue, forces the ball to go to the left side. Trammell reads it perfectly, gets her paws over the net. Big time block there for Penn State.
Timeout here at Happy Valley. Nittany Lions with a lead.
These are things that coaches value. She takes multiple swings in a rally to score. She's got 7 kills, team high, match high, hitting .385. She's showing patience and playing hard. She's doing a fantastic job here in the first 2 sets. Again, leading both teams with 7 kills.
And she had a match high 14 in the win at Purdue, and leading the way again for Penn State. player that told us in a conversation earlier today as Stark out of the timeout gets the dump there, that Cameron Hanna's ultimate goal is to be a judge. Criminal justice major, working on her master's degree. Said, I got to go to law school first, but would like to continue her playing career after college, potentially overseas or in one of the professional leagues here now in the States. Yeah. Stark, Menger going to the outside. And that one is in. Well, that judge right now is a volleyball player, and she can pound the gavel because that was another blistering ball.
To get All-American status this year, I don't know who is more deserving. Look at that shot right in that, having herself a night.
And finding her way here after transferring, starting her career at Clemson, becoming a fixture with Penn State. Stark, Hannah again trying to squeeze that one in down the line, but looked it wide. It's interesting talking with her, and again, the growth of this team. Look at Penn State this year, 25-2, 15-1. They've kind of been flowing through, the only toe stub to Wisconsin here a few weeks ago. But why has this team been so good in this grouping? She talked about all the transfers on this team. Jess Merzick, Maggie Mendelson, Taylor Trammell, herself, Caroline Juravicius, their main hitting court. They've all played different places before. Now they've come here, talked about their experiences and what they want to work well with this group under that woman and the coaching staff. And it's all working really well.
Yeah, and they're peaking at just the right time. And I think it's just Izzy Stark's confidence on the court. She's starting, well, she's been great all year, but I think there's that leadership that she's starting to develop here. And what I love about Stark is she wants to be great for the seniors. She says that a lot, and I can really appreciate that in a freshman setter. And Izzy Stark is doing just a phenomenal job leading the charge here for her team.
And again, daunting task like some of the other freshman setters that have come into this conference, especially when it got a veteran core here. But this group trying to achieve something that they really haven't done, and that's make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Lost it in the Sweet 16 last year. Looking to see if they can make it all the way to championship weekend this year. Juravicius able to find work deflecting off the Purdue defense.
Lovin just able to play lots of balls that are coming deep. Caroline Juravicius was on that left pin. Typically, she's a right side attacker. She's able to score with a nice finesse shot.
On the board, her first kill on her 8th swing of the night. Grimes trying to save it, and Taylor Trammell kept it up. Put over by Merzick, but man, in system, Boilermakers not going to miss when you get Eva Hudson in that spot.
Yeah, when Hudson is one-on-one, you're going to see a huge gaping hole effort to keep the ball alive. Take a look at number 1 for Penn State, slow getting to the outside.
For Hudson continuing to elevate throughout the season, working things defensively too. Again, that tough fall playing for USA Volleyball. Last summer hurt her shoulder. Dave Shondell said, you know, just the normal pop on her ball wasn't there early in the year, but it's gotten better and better, and the numbers have elevated. Look at the kills per set, about 5.5 the last 10 matches or so. That's a big reason Purdue's been on a tear, and right now on the comeback trail down 2. Serve coming from Horna. How about the one-handed set there from Izzy Stark? Stark for Merzick. McAleer first contact. Another crunching ball off the right arm of Eva Hudson.
You know, within that rally, Stark had a great one-handed set. I'm so impressed. There's not a lot of setters in the country. Pushed all the way outside, and it's perfect. The set is on a dime. It's so impressive.
Just talking about physically being ready and also being able to come in here again last semester at the end of last year and have a full spring and summer with this group. The benefit of the extra practices from their off-season trip to Europe as well. Penn State Watching Purdue claw even at 13 apiece, and a timeout for the Nittany Lions. Well, last set, Purdue was in front. Penn State rallied back. Now the Badgers and Huskers square off at a Saturday night volleyball showdown. Coverage begins 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. What will they do?
It's a must. Wisconsin win. You know, this is all going to shake out in the next couple weeks, and the drama is building. But that number 2 versus number 6 is going to be a must-watch.
Shouldn't say Omaha, though. They'll be excited in Omaha. They'll be excited, really, in Lincoln and everywhere in the state, ready for that showdown. You think of big times in this conference, and again, with all of the power, see how it all shakes out down the stretch. And it's great to have drama going in to the last few matches. Hudson able to direct that down. It's always fun when the schedule makers get it right. It feels like they are down the stretch, especially with Nebraska. And
getting it right there. Take a look at that swing. She's got just such a knack for that thumb down shot, 4-4. What a beauty.
And State, Purdue trading points out of the timeout. And now Hudson starting to get 17 involved a little bit more here, and again mixing up her speeds.
Well, tip prior to that, and then a nice finesse shot
to this match with over 1,150 swings already on the year. Jess Merzick came in with 1,000 plus 2, and you understand, Audra, again, for the leaders of these teams, trying to figure out how to get it done with what you have to expect is some wear and tear on the bodies here in mid-November.
Yeah, and you know, Merzick gets picked on a lot. People go after her on serve receive, and she gets a lot of swings for her team. What I like about Penn State, though, is other people are elevating their level of play to take a little bit of that pressure off Merzick.
Certainly gotten that balance tonight. Hannah with 8 kills, Mendelson 6, Trammell with 3. And you've got Hudson leading the way with 7, Colvin 5, Chacoin and Myers each with 3. Colvin trying to work up front, has some assistance alongside Kenna Wallard, again, who had been starting, now subbing in, working along the front line.
Colvin Jones on the block.
Purdue by multiple points now. And it keeps on cooking. Chacoin rising strong.
Well, what I'm seeing right now are the Boilermakers have adjusted with that slide attack from Penn State. As a result, they're getting some good touches off the block. Nice adjustment by Coach Shondell for Purdue. It's all about slowing down that attack. In set 1, the middles for Penn State were having a heyday. Now you're seeing a little bit slower of an attack because hands are in front of them.
And the offensive numbers have dipped now for the Nittany Lions, hitting under 100 in this set alone, with 7 hitting errors here in just this set. Eva Hudson and Purdue, again, they're hoping to build.
Good, and they play with such finesse. Again, we talk about the defense, but their offense is so well spread out right now with their middles getting involved. Of course, they've got 2 of the best left side hitters in the conference.
And again, Penn State just roared out of the blocks to start this year, again, with those massive wins against Louisville, Kentucky, and also, again, the sweep of Purdue. Again, both of these teams, the best part about that, no blemishes against kind of lower teams. They have proven that they are among that top core of teams right now. And again, always interesting to see, especially how it shakes out with some big matches for both these teams' final 2 weekends, of where the selection committee slots everybody.
So much fun to watch. I do want to note that Cameron Hanna got subbed in the backcourt, not for her defense. Right now, Penn State needs a little bit more offense. Take some pressure off of their front row. So we'll see if Hanna gets some sets in the backcourt.
Hanna there with the first contact, tight at the net. Mendelson trying to keep it alive, battling Colvin. There's Hanna out of the back row. First contact from Hono. Chacoin trying to get it done, but man, Mendelson and Stark right in her mug.
Yeah, the kiss of here, nowhere for her to go. Maybe try to recycle the point, but that ball is set tight inside hands, just eating that up.
Third block, Purdue has 4. Faldudo popping that up. Stark going for Hannah. Bumped up from Horno. Chacoin trying to push that down the line. Back set. Waller checking in and delivering her first kill of the night, and it's a biggie.
Yeah, great move by Shondell. You know, not a lot of, and she's able to get a point.
19-16 Purdue. Julia Kane into serve. Penn State able to handle it. And now a call at the net. Net violation of the Boilermakers. Second on the night. So a side out. And now
trying to be aggressive and just on the way down, number 4.
Menger, couple of aces for Penn State. Chacoin able to handle it, but Stark, a setter block.
You know, it's one thing to be able to dish the ball nicely, but it's so important to have all the skills. And there you see how she elevates Stark, how she is not getting used, presses over all around. Just a phenomenal player. Future bright for Penn State.
Certainly is. Katie Schumacher-Cawley talking about that defensive growth for her setter. Menger stepping up there, trying to put that in the air. Now Trammell teeing up Hannah. Anderson. Roll shot there for Chacoin, and a beauty.
Well, what I love about her placement is that it was right in front of Cameron Hannah. So even if Hannah got that, so take a look at the placement here. Take out the best hitter on the other ball.
And Taylor Anderson with her 20th assist on the night, along with 4 digs. Helping put Purdue in position to even things at a set apiece. They can hold strong tail end of this set. Stark with a feisty dump attempt. Izzy now running the middle in Trammell. Faldudo. Hannah. Good get for Purdue, but not able to be converted, and the point for the Nittany Lions.
Now that's a beautiful display of Big Ten volleyball right there. Long extended round. And then this big time swing here. Take a look at that dig, and then just unable to control that ball. You got to jump, and you got to get that ball before it gets to the net.
Anderson not able to win that race. And now a lift called on Purdue. Or excuse me, a back row attack, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was a back row attack violation. You have to keep your feet behind that 10-foot line. Let's take a look at it again. Hacker is flying through the air, but if your foot touches the line, as you see.
Attack. Hudson and company trying to see if they can get back into rhythm here. They do get a critical point and go up by 1. Chacoin ready to serve. Hannah creams another one, continuing to fire away.
Well, not only does she cream that ball, but she is a serving target, and on serve she goes to her place to dynamic swing on that right pin.
Now back serving and delivers a beauty.
She's having a lot of fun tonight, lots of smiles. She's really feeling it. She is in the zone right now. That's Cameron Hannah.
Timeout, Purdue. Penn State going up 1, and they're loving what Cam Hannah has delivered down the stretch here at the end of set 2. Penn State looks to take another set win. The best highlights, features, and teams you love. Don't wait any longer. Follow at B1G Volleyball on social media right now. Jason Knapp, Audrey Flaw, our Big Ten Network crew here from Rec Hall at Happy Valley, where Penn State is looking for a 18th consecutive match victory in this building dating back to last year. And just a few points away from making it 2-0.
Yeah, and on the shoulders of number 8 there, Cam Hannah. Not only is she swinging so well, but she's a target on serve receive and handling it with poise. Big time competitive spirit for her.
Chicoine able to handle that big serve from Hannah and get the side out for Purdue.
So critical blocking scheme. There you see it. One-on-one. The hitter for Purdue.
Big finish for Lourdes Myers, her 3rd kill. But Taylor Trammell, middle matching middle with big putaways.
Example there.
Another great effort from Jocelyn Nathan. On back row, defensive specialist for Penn State. Big cut from Eva Hudson. And looky here, 23-23. 8 kill now for Eva Hudson. Kill leader per set in the Big Ten. Merzick cross court. That goes out. And Penn State has a set point.
Now that was a tough play by Merzick. She targeted on serve receive, trying to wear her down, but she handles that with poise, gets all the way outside and swings that big point for her team.
Ava Faldudo. Look at how Penn State put this set away. Busy start. Cross court Merzick. Deflected. Good layout for Hudson. Penn State, though, with a free ball. Mendelson finishing things off. Another close set with Penn State getting things done at the high pressure end.
It's all about spreading out the offense, and Penn State did it on that play. That was a tough second set. Penn State just grinding it out for the win.
The Nittany Lions set 2, and now a set away from another win here at home at Rec Hall. 25-20, 25-23. Penn State taking the first 2 sets. Number 8 has been great tonight.
Yeah, she is a difference maker for Penn State. You're going to see all kinds of shots, cross court, line. I mean, the Big Ten promotes toughness, and I just absolutely love the mental attitude from Cam Hannah. She's getting targeted on serve receive, and she's rising to the occasion. Exceptional job of handling the pressure that it takes to be a leader for their team.
See Hudson Chicoine combined with 13 kills. It's 19 for Hannah and Merzick together. So the leaders, the stars, the primary finishers doing what they normally do. Penn State's just done it a little bit better at the biggest points of the sets, and that's why they are a set away from another sweep of the Boilermakers this year. We'll see if Purdue can find some of that toughness that Dave Shondell was talking about, that attitude here, and try to get a reverse sweep here from a 2-set-to-love hold. And right away, Purdue with a good beginning.
I think what's really important is when a non-setter is touching the second ball, you have to make sure you're giving your outside hitter an opportunity to take a swing. When balls are tight, really tight, it's hard to recycle those in that time. Just an error in ball handling for Penn State gives Purdue the first point of this 3rd set.
And overall, 228 hitting for the Nittany Lions, 192 for Purdue at this juncture. There's Caroline Juravicius, able to come cross court. She had 10 kills at Maryland last time out, 1 off.
She has such a heavy arm, and there you see just not a wrong arm forces that ball to go cross court.
Kill number 2 for her on the evening. As you start, Mendelson had to make a second move towards the ball, and that allowed Purdue to get Lourdes Myers in a great spot.
It's a beautifully executed play here. I like this handled, and then you see 9 on the run, and there's that one.
Or not. Floats it home. And service error-wise. Each team now with 5 on the night. Katie Schumacher-Cawley's crew has the advantage. Serve aces 3-1 over the Boilermakers. Faldudo back serving here. Freshman from Elmhurst, Illinois. McAleer puts it up. In that push cross court for Hudson. Taylor Anderson, a long way to link up with Hudson, but that works.
Yeah, and there you see where both teams are trying to exhibit some patience here. None of the second contacts were great. Nobody could take a real good rip on the ball. But Hudson manages to win that point just based on some great finesse shots that she has. She's got a lot of tools in her tool belt.
It's a great example of what Dave Shondell was talking about with his team today at their practice as Mendelson gets another kill. He was talking about little things are huge in communications. You've got to be kind of conversing at all times. He mentioned a big play from last night's Minnesota-Wisconsin thriller where they didn't communicate. Ball just ended up on the floor, everybody looking at each other. And his team trying to do maybe a little bit better job of that here in the third set to keep us going a little further. Speaking of matches, how about that one last night?
Yeah, it was volleyball at its finest, and I know it's a tough way to lose when you are just battling it back and forth, but that is Big Ten volleyball for you right there. That was quite the match. Took me late into the evening bed with not knowing the result of that one, so stayed awake and watched the whole thing play out.
Hey, Purdue had one of those this year against Nebraska, that wild affair, almost 3 hours long, in which they gave the Huskers all they could handle before Nebraska was able to take it in 5. And doing that again on the road in Lincoln, now trying to come in here to Penn State and see if they can pull one out of the fire. And another difficult, challenging place to play at. Although it's not as been high octane tonight here, Thursday night, early start. Maybe not as vociferous as it can be here in Rec Hall. But man, the team the Boilermakers are playing against, they are tough enough on their own. And Wallard wallops one down the line.
It's a great line shot by Wallard, and again the Boilermakers need to make sure that they're running some offense on the right. That block guessing for Penn State, and then let's see a great replay there where the block is late to form.
Second kill for Wallard since coming in off the bench as a sub.
Boy, how good is Maggie Mendelson tonight? She is just making herself an offensive weapon in front of the setter, behind the setter, and again it's taking the Boilermakers block off balance here, and she is just having so much fun tonight, calling for the sets every time she's in transition.
Not too often Middle has more kills than Jess Merzig. That's the case. Mendelson with 9, Merzig 8. How about things right up the gut?
Hudson putting it on a dime, and then we talk about spreading the offense out. Again, Purdue having, and that was a great job by Colvin to make herself available, calling for the set. Just a great, nicely executed service play there. She's got 6 putaways, second most tonight. And there's Hannah, who leads everybody now with 12 kills. And hand-to-ball contact late on the block for Purdue, and then she just ripped 12 kills, hitting 308 tonight. Don't know if on the elevator she just hit the top floor right there and got up in a hurry. She has a lot of floors she can climb, and rising up again. Ding, doors open, and here comes Cameron Hannah right through. Yeah, so what do? You've got to make sure. So take a look at Chloe Chacoin, and that ball goes right between her and the and then make a defensive get on the ball. Hannah really in rhythm. Big cut from the outside from Chacoin, handled by Penn State. Hudson from the back row. Grimes with a nice get. And cross court off the tape and out for Cameron Hannah. Now she's allowed a couple errors, right? She was going for that cross-court shot again, and you know that one's in the rear view. She doesn't care. She's going to go up and rip some more balls here, I'm sure, in this third set.
McAleer checking back in for Wahlert, serving. How about Lourdes Myers right in the right spot?
Yeah, you want to make sure as a setter that you're forcing the middle to hit upset, and then not a great opportunity to hit any other angle except straight ahead into the belly of the block.
Hudson again requiring that first ball pickup. And going cross court and just a little wide.
Here we see Penn State in rotation 1, where you have Cam Hanna on the right pin and Juravicius on the left. We're going to take a look at this. That ball was clearly out, so there's no challenge on that play.
And a call here into the net again on Purdue.
Unfortunate error, because for Purdue, that's exactly what they wanted. They took one hitter out. They wanted the block to be set up in front of the hitter that they thought was going to get the set, which was the middle, and then a net violation. So an unfortunate error there after a perfectly executed serve to draw out exactly what they wanted from Penn State's offense.
So some errors here that are unfortunate at times into the net. Back row attack violation. Just some things that you don't want to do, especially against the top 5 team on the road. And they have plagued Purdue in inopportune times tonight. Penn State trying to build off this, bringing one our way off the block. Did you see that catch, by the way?
That was athletic right there. Very good, very good.
Not often you're able to collect one off the swing of that impressive young woman, Jess Merzick. Another kill. A view from our vantage point. Hey there.
Hey.
We're looking alive courtside. Bumped up. Merzick again. Hudson again. Talked about her being tested. And Mendelson, really a difference maker right up the middle tonight for Penn State.
A transition middle attack, defensive get by Purdue, but here you see one-on-one, so many angles. The ball is set off the net, really easy to pick apart the defense.
Going to Chicoine in the back, and Mendelson reading that beautifully.
So there's really nowhere else that this ball advantage goes to that beast of a blocker there, Maggie Mendelson.
Block story 6 apiece. They go to Chicoine again, that time soaring up, and another back row violation. Got the sense she was going for a little more there and came across the line. And now Penn State fortifies its lead by 2, trying to get a second sweep of the Boilermakers this season. Can fleece to a 4th, and if you're Dave Shondell, what are you preaching to your team right now?
Just grittiness, and you got to fight, and really everything stems from first ball contact. Again, you've got to put pressure on Penn State, because when they're able to set their middle and spread out the offense, they become super difficult to defend against.
In hitting percentage-wise in this set, 160 to 143 advantage for Penn State. And not a lot of separation in those 2 sets before, and this one as well for these teams as they're deadlocked again. What you would expect from 2 of the top 8 programs right now currently in the country. Mendelson's number was called again for Purdue in shutdown mode. Colvin didn't quite get solid contact on it. Anderson. Down the line, Merzick able to finish.
You know what I love right now is that both teams going toe-to-toe of the court and then just staying within the rally, wiping the ball off the edge of the block. So both teams showing tremendous amount of patience within the rally.
And back and forth we've gone with all those ties and lead changes. Nathan trying to make another good play. Can't. And a point for Purdue for yet another tie.
You know, it is going to take a tremendous effort for Purdue to have this reverse sweep tonight, but they're showing that they've got the mental fortitude within points, so they just have to string some points together and really try to get Penn State off of their offensive rhythm.
How about that? The no-look dump there for Izzy Stark. And
pack the ball when the pass comes right to you, and she is able to take that ball. It looks like she's setting, and with a
kill of the night. And serve error there for Penn State. Interesting when you look at the two setters tonight, Izzy Stark and also Taylor Anderson. Both of them didn't come up as traditional set-only players. Stark set and hit, never ran a 5-1 till before coming truly to Penn State. You see Hannah with another big swing. Anderson was the middle and right side till the middle of high school. So you get players that have really kind of taken.
Purdue's block was doing, following Mendelson as they should. She's been Hannah one-on-one. So really difficult when you have a setter like Stark that can take that ball, hold it at the highest point of contact, and then decide where she's going to dish it out.
And Stark making the right choices tonight with her group. And again, it's what Dave Shondell talked about. Again, we don't serve tough enough. They get the middles going, and then it's a problem for our block to decide, are we staying there or going to the outside?
Right, and if you have a setter that has that sixth sense where she can kind of feel which way the block is leaning and set the opposite way, it puts your team in such a huge advantage. And I feel like Stark has that sensibility within her. She's able to jump high and almost freeze at the point of contact and then make her decision. She doesn't predetermine where she's setting the ball.
How about Quinn Menger? A third straight match, she has 3 or more aces. It's like giving out free points. Quinn Menger's buying. Penn State looking to get the sweep. Lincoln this weekend, Wisconsin-Nebraska football, and then Wisconsin-Nebraska volleyball. Just love how that works out there. That double dose of action coming up this weekend in Nebraska. How about this result potentially for Katie Schumacher-Colley?
Yeah, you know, I think she's so pleased with Menger right now, showing swagger from the service line, pushing her team forward, getting a nice little cushion here. DSs don't always get the credit that they deserve, but there you see number 24, Quinn Menger, just doing what she's asked to do. Serve balls tough, get us a few points, and get us on a roll.
Ask Coach what's different with the aces of late. Said put more pace on it and moving side to side, finding her spots better. That one handled by Hudson. Chacoin trying to finish, Burzik down. And a tough hitting error there for Purdue.
Yeah, it's just a smart play by Penn State. Roll shot, put the ball in, should be set. It's got to go to the right side, and there you see a hitting error. And so a sub for the Boilermakers on the right pin.
And Wahlert off the antenna. Penn State stretching the lead, but giving one back. Menger goes long, and she'll check out. Another excellent opportunity for the senior on her entry into the game to do that. Serve and deliver a good stretch. Julia Kane back in, trying to generate another positive push here for Purdue. And that's long.
Yeah, at this point, you just can't give away points. So you have to be able to serve the ball tough and in. And Dave Shondell, you know, we've got a great view. Just a little frustrated there. And his player could not come in and make a positive impact when he needed it most.
Stark trying to help Penn State add to this 4-point advantage. Carr back in, went down the line. Great hustle there from Penn State. Hannah with the biggest effort. Grimes setting. And Juravicius watches Purdue commit another net violation. I believe that's 5 on the night.
Yeah, but I love this. Again, defensive effort. Defense is an attitude, and right now Penn State has.
Feeling good here at home. Lourdes Myers trying to help the comeback cause. Carr checks out. McAleer checks in. Katie Schumacher-Colley again. Her team seemingly has done so many good things throughout this year. Just one non-conference loss to top-ranked Pitt. The other one to 6th-ranked Wisconsin. Everybody else has been a Nittany Lion victim. Anderson and the rest of the Boilermakers, McAleer included, is running out of room on the side.
Taylor Tremmel with a key block there. It wasn't a stuff block, but it was a controlled block, and her team is able to transition out of that. So, you know, you always want stuff blocks, but a touch block that's controlled and your backcourt can play it is so valuable.
And an ace from Hannah, dipping inside the line. Fifth ace of the night for the Nittany Lion.
And here you see just the pressure that she's putting on with her serve tonight.
And now a rough first contact for Purdue. So free ball here for Penn State. Anderson going Chacoin, and that's blocked down. Trammell delivers.
She's late, but she never gives up on the ball, and she just jacked into the middle of the court.
Izzy Stark looking for Merzick, and why not? Penn State's leader putting the Nittany Lions on the verge of yet another home victory. Match points aplenty here for the Nittany Lions. They only need one. Merzick up front with the block, and Penn State has done it to Purdue again. A sweep in September in West Lafayette, another in November here at home in Happy Valley.
Penn